This is the morning connection. Good morning.
Good morning, my lady.
How are you? You sound so far away.
Yes, it's on
No,
far,
man,
far, far.
I'm very close to you, man.
You know, Kingston.
Yeah, man. Pastor, good morning, as usual.
Good morning, sir. So you hear about the bread, the basket. Yeah,
yeah, I didn't. The youngster that keep on talking about
Oh, okay.
the
The
constitution.
the
queen.
queen, the queen.
I didn't get. Just in the back end of the discussion I heard, But a little knowledge is dangerous. A little bit of knowledge is very dangerous, and a little exposure also is very dangerous. Because although what I was getting from you was trying to explain, and although you was trying to explain in the context of Jamaica being an independence and the Queen don't control Jamaica. But you don't seem to be reaching him because at the end of it,
Not
what he was saying, he
understanding.
still hold on to the fact that the Jamaica with the TMP and DLP have been lying to us that we are that we are independent. They say it seems to don't understand the context of being an independent nation and so
But you know,
I
I
don't know.
I I will say this. So there, I might have had experienced some discomfort with his approach to
Yeah,
the discussion, but
yeah,
it is a refreshing thing to
A young
find
man.
in a young person the readiness to accept as fact what is written on paper. Many of us are cynical past the point of believing that the written word has value. And he was responding to the harsh reality that the language of our constitution and the arrangements under which we sit with a governor general being the representative of the queen and participating in decision making and so on, he's responding to the fact that that is the language that defines who we are. And the reality too is, if you go into a court of law with a document and the document says something and you are showing that
Interpret
what
that.
happens on the ground is something different, you are still at some point bound by what is in your document. And most times, even if you succeed, you are told to bring your documentation in line with your conduct. It is accepted that conduct will have an overriding effect in most instances, but our documentation need to be brought in line with our
yes,
reality.
yes. I agree.
And so he's right
I am
about
not in a
that.
disagreement with that.
Yes.
We need to replace the Queen and get rid of all it the vestige of colonialism and the Queen and all them things. I am totally in agreement that we should get rid of that. But the reality on the ground, we have to deal with the reality that on the ground. We are an independent country, and no country in the world of independent. Well, man, we can't take independent to literally believe that when you say independent, you don't have to deal with nobody, you don't need no help from
Mm-hmm.
nobody. I don't like that. Look at no country. No, there's no
Yeah, that's
absolute
that
in
is right.
independence, right?
Yeah,
There's no
yeah,
absolute in that.
yeah.
Because every country need to deal
Well,
with other
concepts,
countries and
yeah,
all that type of thing. Yeah.
concepts such as interdependence need to be
Right,
understood,
right,
and
right. So
and
we
and
have to we have to get that
sovereignty,
straight.
and sovereignty
No,
has to be understood as well, because you can be sovereign, but
You're not truly
any
sovereign.
decision that you make needs to be in alignment with somebody else's plans, or else you get your
yeah, because
sovereignty handed to
if
you.
the world is we join all Amnesty International and all those organizations in the world. So we have to sometimes those international organizations are bearing on some of the laws that we pass and some of the things that we do. The world is interconnected. So
We
we
understand
have to
that.
understand that.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes,
I,
yeah,
I would,
Yeah.
I would,
yeah.
but you have another point, so make your point, because I'd
Yeah,
comment
man.
on
The other
that.
point I want to make, I want to commend Mark Bolin for the brilliant presentation he made yesterday. And one of the things that goes for me well was the defense that he made, and when the putting of the Siag and Michael Manley
Yes,
and the
on
current
the $2,000
and the note.
note. Yes, I,
Um,
I I did like what he said as well.
yes, man. 'Cause
But you should
in
repeat it so those who missed
life,
it can hear it.
Michael Manley and Siaga were not friends because they were opposed to different ideology and they had different visions for Jamaica. And when Mark Bolin explained to the people of Jamaica that what Michael Manley was trying to do and what Seaga was opposed to Michael Manley doing. With the help of the CIA, it's a well-known documentation fact, you know.
Yeah, man, we know.
And everybody can find it. It's not something, it's not propaganda, something where people know. No. Edward Seaga, along with the CIA, destabilized the country in the 1970s. And it's time for us. We have a truth and
Reconciliation. He made mention of that.
And come together,
Yeah, but
and realize that the damage that Edward Seaga, along with the CIA, did to the Jamaican economy in the 70s.
But he made the point that if the government wishes to memorialize Edward Seaga on a note, then leave Michael Manley on the $1,000 note and put Edward on the $2,000 note.
Yes,
there was no need to sort of, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to say, we get there will be no unity in that. No unity in that. Because I live in Jamaica in the 70s. I was a young adult in the 70s.
Me too.
And I lived through the 70s, right? And I knew a lot of things that took place in the 70s was because of the CIA along with the Seaga went as far as going to America and tell people not to come to tell tourists not to come to Jamaica.
Well,
I hear it in my own ears over the radio.
The government in its defense said that they had received the consent of the various families who the estates that would have some say in how the image of the various individuals are utilized, that they had received the family's consent. I am somewhat surprised now. You have me thinking that the PNP, as a part of as a stakeholder in the legacy of Michael Manley, I am surprised that they would be at odds with a representation of Michael Manley right next to Edward Seaga when they were opposites in the political sense. However, the Manley family, who would be in charge of the estate, would consent to the image of Michael Manley being used in such a way. Most persons, this is now in kind of law and intellectual property rights tied up together. Most persons who are safeguarding the legacy of a deceased person of Michael Manley's stature, or even Edward Seaga's stature, would have a concern about a false representation of the person, either on a product or in a way that is inconsistent with what they believed in and how they lived.
That's true.
So,
it's true.
When Mark Golding addressed it, it opened my mind as to that question. I mean, how is it? The PNP of all things must have an interest in how the image of Michael Manley is used. And I am surprised that there would be, a disagreement between how he is represented, how the family authorized it, because the government says it was authorized. So I would say to Mr. Golding, look into it and see whether or not this misrepresentation of Michael Manley on this note is something that is unavoidable.
Yeah, but as two things come to mind: PR, what it represents, and being careful that you're not misrepresenting PR. Because if you tell a lie too long, there's a day coming when people wake up and say, "But I know how it go."
Yeah.
And when they wake up, is the worst thing that could face you. It becomes a nightmare.
What I think I noticed, Michael, the Manley family has that involved in political. So maybe even if we might not even know if they really sanction it, because I don't trust much of the way where you're coming out of Nigel Clark mouth, I really have a problem with some of the things that he says, and holding stuff. I have a problem with a lot of things. This Prime Minister to me is not a truthful man.
But there is a method to investigate these things, and it's worth investigating. And sometimes people consent and not even
know what them consenting
investigate fully what they're consenting to. But if I'm confident that if the PNP has an issue with it, the PNP has the resources and the means to pursue it so that history does not record false information. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, man, we need to know our history now. And we can't make our history be clouded by political thinking and all them things. We have to,
Time come.
be
I
true to
agree with you.
ourselves, you know.
Yes.
We
I
have
agree
to
with
be
you.
true to ourselves when it comes to our history. Now. If a man did wrong in this country, he must be held. And we can't be putting up people and glorify people and put the walking around and naming all kind of buildings and all the type of thing. When in fact those individuals do damage to this country.
Yes.
Some of the problems that you are having now, that's happened to the 70s. I am not saying that Michael Manley was an angel, you know.
No, it was not.
I'm
It was
saying
not
he was an
either.
angel.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I'm saying. But the issue must be true.
yeah,
All
that is
right, my
correct.
brother. Thank you so much.
Revisionist
Yes.
history, them call it.
We
Yeah, man.
speak against that. All right. Thank you, sir. I have
Okay,
another caller on
okay.
the
All
line.
right.
Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Welcome, welcome.
But another
All
thing
right,
too,
wait.
people don't, because when you look at it, when there's a big furor about naming the highway after him,
Yes,
people say,
yes.
but him did oppose it, so we're gonna give him
Right.
yeah, come on.
Mm.
Those are what the facts are. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Am I the caller online?
Yes, you are, my dear.
Good morning, Santa. How are you?
Good. No, I'm calling about that $2,000.
Yes.
I would get that $2,000 in my hand. I don't want it.
So if somebody come by your business with you, you're gonna tell them, say, pay me that $1,000, $5,000. I said they're gonna tell them, Santa.
Look, I don't accept American dollar.
Okay.
Yes, that you are free to do so. It's within the law to do so because it is not the legal tender of the land. But it would actually be an offense to refuse to accept legal tender.
Yeah? Can they
Yeah.
lock you up for that?
Well, I don't think they can lock
Lock you
it.
up,
I
yeah.
should look and see what is the what's the punishment.
Well, I am a radical one, but I'm suicidal, but I won't put a gun to my head.
Yeah, but
So-
tell me are you explain your objection to that $2,000 note?
Like I said, I'm 64-year-old, will be 65 this couple months from now.
Yes.
And I remember what Siaga did. Everything is clear, and here what he did. When the CIA even approached Bob Marley, I read it in one of those girly books. I don't remember if it was Playboy or Penthouse, but it was in the interview, one of those guy. Bob Marley refused. That's how they get rid of Michael Mann, because he was too close to Cuba.
Mhm.
And to see Michael Mann and Siaga, let Siaga want to the $2,000.
Well, that was Mr. Golding's suggestion.
You know, let him stay there. And the other thing, I hear some people champion get rid of the two-party. We have to have government get the two-party and put who the.
Yeah, but when I hear persons say things like that, which is an impossibility, I look behind the statement and I understand that they are rejecting what the two parties currently represent, and not to reject the two-party system, because most countries only have two parties. Although several have many more than two and you have a lot more choice. But I think persons are beginning to associate certain inequities with the existence of these named parties, and looking at the conduct of persons in the leadership of the parties and just deciding to condemn the party en masse because of behavior. And that's not unusual. I mean, you will hear some people will say, I will never marry a policeman. Some say, I will never marry a lawyer. They stop seeing individuals now and they're just looking at the profession and making some judgments because of associations that they make. So when it comes down to it, the members of those parties are our family and is our people. So we can't get rid of them. And in many ways, it's just persons being disappointed with how certain philosophies or policies are introduced and managed. What you call it, democratic socialism works very well to the advantage of citizens in many countries. In Jamaica, the result that it has produced has caused persons to reject the PNP because and to reject the philosophies behind democratic socialism because of how it has played out under in the hands of the PNP. Capitalism as a philosophy, persons hate it and reject it because of how it has played out in the hands of the JLP. And the truth is, the JLP and the PNP are neither of them purely capitalist or purely socialist, democratic socialism. Those philosophies have all been mutated in the hands of the players to become something disappointing, perhaps. And so we are rejecting it. But we know that they can't reject the two party. You and I know that.
So, Miss Smith,
Yes.
which one you think is better?
Hey, I
Listen,
know it was coming to that.
Listen,
There are
listen,
good in
man.
both of them.
There are good things in both of them. I am a democratic socialist at heart because of how I think and work. But I could not have the luxury of taking that position unless I had some rabid capitalist making money to fund my plans and my ambitions. So it is like almost everything in the world. They must work
That's
interdependently.
why we are kingdom people.
And that's why we are kingdom people.
That's why we are
If
kingdom
my
people.
capitalists are not working and generating money, I don't have the luxury to say Mark Golding called for $40 billion more to provide welfare, to meet welfare needs of the people. Where that going to come from?
Hmm.
If somebody is not hard at work generating the capital to fund those programs, we can't have those programs.
And that's just the reality of the situation, whether we like it or not. That's why I'm saying I'm a kingdom person. I may explain to you after here what that means. Because you must.
All right. I have a joke to share with the people. Are you finished, my brother? Because I think we have another caller on the line.
All right.
You know you can call back. Somehow you have the magic to do that.
All right.
All right. Thanks very much.
That's so funny. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Yes, good morning, good people.
Good morning.
This is a new voice. How are you today?
Yes, I'm good. Tell me something. If Mr. Manley and Mr. Siaga meet in heaven, will they speak? I don't want them to tell. Will they speak?
Well,
Well,
you see,
we have to get our minds first that the two of them would meet at this place.
no, but not even
Well,
that.
I prefer to send them to heaven, but will they speak there?
I think they will speak.
They would have to, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they will speak.
They will have to.
Yes.
All right, my little piece here is really mix up and blender.
Yeah, so we'll call you mix up and blender.
No, we will not call her that.
Yes, this question of jostling for power.
Yes.
You know, we should be discussing the special projects. As you said, I don't know where that 40 billion would come from, but people need help. But alas, we now have to speak about who is on a note.
Mm-hmm.
Let's remember, though, that both Siaga and Manley, during their time, their ideas were not static. And as you said, there is this mix of the democratic socialism and capitalism because, for example, in China has a thriving capitalist sector.
Absolutely.
To oil the machinery of its
Communist regime.
So it is the balance that you bring to bear with these things. Now, as far as
Absolutely.
Manley was concerned, I lived through the 70s too, and I saw everything. But Manley had to bend his position considerably towards the end.
Yes.
And
And he
some
did.
of us were happy because you could now save in foreign exchange
Right.
and have free flow of foreign exchange. He had to open the market.
Yes.
So in a way, both of them met each other.
They moved closer
Politics are
to,
moving
yes.
towards dominant capitalism. Jamaica not determine nothing. We live in a global situation.
Yes.
And we have to fit into that situation. So in a real way, Manley came around to Siaga's position.
In some ways.
And it is said that the PNP hijacked Siaga's agenda because they are now as capitalists as everybody else. So what are we talking about? Two men picture on a banknote. It is ridiculous.
Well, you certainly make a compelling case.
Just
It is ridiculous when you contrast it to the current imperatives that require our close attention and that require the current leaders of JLP and PNP to do what the others may not have done as well as they could in the past, but to get closer together in planning for the needs of this nation.
and that's what we
fully
need to do.
agree.
That's what we need.
That's what we
That's what
need
we need to do,
today.
and that's what we're advocating for. That's what we need to do, because the PMP, I tell people I'm kingdom, so I am using what is needed at the time. I'm pragmatist also in terms of ensuring that people are taken care of, but you're not going to say, "Boy, we're not going to do this because no money, the money thing not
More
there."
of this mix up and blender.
I
So life is always evolving.
yes,
Yes.
and to
So
recognize
I have
that.
a lot of respect for the present leader of the PNP. I have a lot of respect for him. But he reminds me so much of Mr. Tiaga. Not only how he looks, but in his ideology.
This is
I'm serious.
interesting.
That's interesting.
I must find a way to ensure that he hears this opinion. But
No,
for
I'm
you,
serious.
but
And I have a lot of respect for him. But what I'm saying is these things get mixed up after a while.
yes,
So after a while, so don't keep people on one little treadmill.
In a box.
Because things do change. Things do change. And now, quite frankly, I'm looking to see what is the difference in outlook between the PNP and the JLP.
I don't
That
see
is
a
where we
difference.
are.
I
Not
do not
about
see
There's
a
no real
difference.
difference,
and both of them gone to heaven.
I see no real difference at this point in time, and I don't object to matter. Well, I don't object to evolution. One can't really because it
Yeah.
changes without your permission. To the extent that you can influence it, you need to. Well, Percy and I stand on some kingdom principles to seek to have impact on how things move. But I agree with you. I agree with you. We should not be spending too much time talking about two men's picture on a note.
Because that is immaterial
Um,
to the sufferation
yeah.
that is happening.
And
Yeah.
and
that
and
is the tribalism
yeah.
that both parties really instill in us, and we, swallow and follow back.
and follow
But
back at that.
one more note. There's
Yes.
something circulating where Mia Motley has approached the increase of petroleum products and so in Barbados, and she's being lauded for it. That she's doing something practical
Oh,
for
I must
people.
find that.
No, she did,
who are
man.
in a
Yeah, for
bind
the
at
next
this
6
time.
months.
I think we could take a little lesson from that lady.
Because I agree with you. It is true. She decided that they're taking up removing some taxation for the next 6 months because she wants to impact the lives of the people, and that is what our people are saying. Okay, you have this special tax. Can you ease it for a period? Because when you tax gasoline, the impact throughout the economy is felt in every single sector, and you have control over it.
That's a fact.
You
Yes.
have control over it.
That they'll do something soon, though. I'm hopeful. I really.
I'm
wish they come up with
hopeful.
something,
I
because
am
they have
hopeful
to. They
too.
have to. Okay, thank you. Bye.
You're most welcome. Bye.
Mix up and blender.
Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Yes, Miss Minute, it's me back again.
All right, welcome.
To me, Miss Minute, I don't even business who they want have palm money. So from time to time, we don't know, sir, with JLP and PNP is like a gulf between the two of them, because from time to time, if PNP win and a person knows say is JLP, that's what we witness in my area, right? And if the person them know that you are a JLP person, you have to come out of your house when you said PNP winning, because and look for them because they are coming to knock down your house and all kind of something. Sometimes you have to come out with your cutlass. That means to say if you want to glimpse them, you don't give them no chance. So from time to time, it's a gulf between PNP and JLP. So with the money matters, no matter who they want to have pan them,
Well said, ma'am. I think
yes,
I think there are a lot of
money. That not trouble me.
I think there are a lot more persons who don't regard it as a critical issue than those who think it matters.
Right.
Yeah.
So everybody have their own view still, that is my little piece.
All right. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Okay, ma'am.
All right.
It is really the chat has really become very hot. The chat.
Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Hello.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Welcome.
I want to hear us.
Yes.
I'd like to ask something, you know. I think this is very important.
Go ahead.
Why is it the government is still promoting vaccine?
Oh, they're still promoting it?
Yes, man. Yeah, man, it's true. I asked the same question myself, and there was a shift in terms of you must go and take the flu shot now. So I really don't know. It's a question I would ask myself. Yeah.
Well, all right. Okay. What I want to say is that just recently, right, Pfizer BioNTech.
Yes.
They wanted to conceal their clinical data for 75 years.
Right.
Now, what is happening is that a judge in America has decided that they have to release the data.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I am saying this, that when they released the data, there were about 1,275 adverse effects and side effects that they say came with the data.
Mm-hmm.
So I am saying now, in this country, Jamaica, why is the government still promoting that?
I'm gonna give an opinion as to a possible reason why it may continue to be public policy until things change more radically in the international space. There are still...
1 second, please. Just a second. I'm not going to... Just sorry.
Oh, go ahead and speak.
As far as I am concerned, as far as I understand your opinion, but what I am saying is that right now, if what the data is saying about the vaccine,
the job, sir.
Internationally, it doesn't seem like nothing is changing because they are still promoting booster shots and those things in America and those things.
Yeah.
So where we're at, it's like we isn't nowhere at all.
Okay, all right. She answered. Allow Miss Minetti to tell your opinion.
Yes, can go ahead now, Miss.
Okay, all right. No, it's no problem. I wanted to give you a full hearing too. It's your time, but because we are still we operate in a context where people need to travel to other countries. And there are some protocols that remain in place concerning either getting on an airplane, moving through the airport, and taking public transportation. And Jamaica still is heavily dependent on tourism. And there are some practical, non-scientific, but public health related policies that are still operating on an international level, which can justify a country continuing to encourage citizens or push its citizens to be in compliance with some of these protocols because it affects commerce or it affects economic activity one way or another. Now, as to the data, remember that the raw data will have every person, if they are doing it right, every person who makes a complaint that so-and-so happened to them when they took the vaccine will make its way in the data. That might be 1 in 10 million, or the statistical significance of the data is something that is still being investigated and considered.
All right, good.
So go ahead.
But I could counter with that because in previous years, even with vaccination, if you started doing it and you were getting adverse reactions, you pull it from the market because it is the data or the science that drives the public health policy. And a lot of people have contended because they have...
We have another call?
Yeah, no, we're at the break.
So
yes.
All right. We have to wrap up the conversation with you, my friend, because we do...
But I'm understanding your consideration, which is really what has happened in this whole thing. It really is...
it's not very clear now, right?
Yes, we are.
All right, listen.
Yes.
But I'll call back another time.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Right.
Okay.
Next caller. Hello.
You're listening to Best 100.
One in.
A hurricane we name. Are we rough? Whether we are man hurricane or woman hurricane. We want you to know that. We come here to mash up building, blow down things and take life. Flood out place. We no ramp. We no respect no one. So no take no chance with we. Listen to Adprem and prepare. Hurricanes do happen, so be prepared. Yes, be prepared.
A message from the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management.
What should a taxi service do for you? On-Time Taxi Service is more than just a ride to the other side of town. They offer clean and spacious vehicles, reliable service, and promise to always look out for their customers. They'll come when you call and take you where you want to go on time.
You can call us on 926-3866.
We are something special on the road.
Half a tree, one and drive, half a tree. Bossy, how you do I take taxi star?
Jano, I want to tell you, say, at 2 months now, my transmission mash up, and I check everybody and can't hear nothing positive.
Yeah, hear me? You waste all that time I shop around and never call the experts. Winters Auto have them. Them have over 35 years of experience and them diagnose your problem and get back your transmission brand new. Them service excellent and efficient. Trust me, man. You hear me? Call them at 929-7040 or go to them at 106 Maxfield Avenue, Kingston 13 and talk directly to the boss. Just tell them I'm me, send you.
You're big star. Yeah, man. Respect my boss.
I try and call you, cause trust me.
Winters Auto Spares and Repairs, good afternoon.
What a relief.
Vegam Printers for all your printing needs. We specialize in calendars, flyers, brochures, and more. Call us today at 968-7506. That's 968-7506. Or visit us at 4 East Bloomsbury Road, off Hagley Park Road. Vegam Printers, your best choice in printing.
Wagwan.
Guten Tag. Buongiorno.
We are
the Kingstones.
I think I love you best of them because you're better than the rest of them. It's so amazing how I love you best of them because you're better than the rest of them.
It's good. It's better, but nothing beats. Best of them.
Good morning and welcome back to the Morning Connection. To the caller online, good morning.
Good morning. You people who owe me some credit when you come to Santa Cruz, all right?
All right, Santa.
We'll bring it when the $2,000 come.
You know what? You can't keep that.
We're gonna bring it come and pay him. I said, this is real to
I even give you an advance because I know. Go ahead with your point though.
That lady, that said, come on, Miss Minute. When people say things like that, you must oppose them.
I can't oppose the lady's opinion.
I don't know if she needs glasses or her hearing aid not working.
The lady who says that
no similarity.
Siaga and Manley were moving closer.
Only maybe the color.
Well, you have found one similarity. You know, Santa Cruz, one of the things that we have to kind of understand about political opinions, a person's opinion is drawn out of their experience and their perspective.
True.
You might have a different opinion and yours would be equally valid. She didn't name a specific incident or instance that we could refute or discuss. But she said that in her opinion, having lived through the 70s, she saw Michael Manley yielding in some directions that brought him closer to the philosophy of Siaga. She didn't say that Siaga yielded and came closer to Manley. And maybe your point is that Siaga never yielded on anything and never displayed any of the characteristics of Manley. But it does not stop her from saying what she saw and experienced and how she interpreted. So give me your point now and let me see if I should oppose you.
Minute.
Yes, sir.
Michael Manley did not yield in the 70s. It was after the 89 election. He had to because
she didn't say he yielded in the 70s. She said towards the end of his time.
Yielded, understood it.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember him yielding towards the end, or you don't remember her saying it?
I heard her saying that, but it was not the 70s.
No, we know. Okay, all right.
So it's not the
70s.
70s. But do you agree with her that there was some shift in his position that brought him closer to some capitalist type ideals?
Yes, he have to. That was after 89 election.
So you're saying he had to, meaning he did it out of convenience and not out of sincerity?
Yeah, because communism, Russia broke up and Cuba couldn't.
But let me say something.
So what's the point of your? So what is the point of your disagreement with her opinion? That the time was wrong, or that he didn't do it of his own volition?
No, that was not the part. He was comparing them that Golding and Seaga look alike.
Oh, that is the other point you're making.
Oh, that's the point. Oh, you don't think they look alike?
That's the main point I'm making.
Okay.
That's the main point.
Okay. Look alike physically or look alike in terms of policy?
Well, she spoke to you guys, so you must remember more than me. She said Golding remind her of Seaga.
You're right. You disagree? Even though remind you of Seaga.
I disagree.
All right.
Okay, that's fine.
That's
they
okay.
Don't talk alike.
Okay.
Seaga is more a gangster. Golding is more a little baby then.
I don't go there. I think Golding might prefer to be a gangster. If maybe is the option. Okay, so now that you're explaining yourself.
A soft tone going guy, like a little uptown kid brought up in a nice house. Seaga was a vibrant capitalist gangster.
Remember, Golding is the Golding of Deering, Bunting and Golding, which was the most capitalist of institutions, a financial institution, bank.
Capital bank.
At least Seaga never got his name on a bank. So
you have to have money to survive in this world. Look at China.
Yeah, but you need to be a bank.
Look at China.
All right. So
look at Russia.
So you disagreed with the lady. No problem. I won't oppose you either. You're free to disagree with her.
That's what this is about.
Well, she must come back and prove her point. Weird.
All right.
People look alike.
Now you're sounding like Mr. Seaga.
Oh, me?
Yes.
I never
when you say she must come back.
United States from in the 70s when I was a teenager until today.
When you say that she must come back and prove her point, she doesn't need to come back. All right, my brother.
She will.
I hope she does because we enjoy the conversations.
All right.
Take care. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Yes, good morning. This is the first time I'm calling.
Where are you calling from, brother?
Welcome.
I've been listening for a very long time. No, I was very busy a while ago, but I heard a guy calling and talking about the vaccine.
Yes.
Snake and government. No, I have a big issue with the Ministry of Labor. I go on the farmer program for about 13 years now.
Okay.
And I got information because I didn't take the vaccine. I'm not going to take it. I got information from a lady in Canada that runs a
not-for-profit.
Non-profit organization.
Yes.
Her name is Kit Andreas. And because I told her she could check out if I could come without the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
She told me no then. And about a couple of weeks after, she texted me the information and it linked me to the Canadian government website. And it said who is on the program can come in unvaccinated. And after quarantine, and after the quarantine, I get paid to quarantine,
Mm-hmm.
After the 14 days. No, the Ministry of Labor in Jamaica is that I have to take the vaccine to go on the program. Last week, my boss called me and said, I don't want to call my name.
Yes.
He said, well, it's very confusing. That's what he told me. It's very confusing because the Canadian government is saying, hey, you can come without it. But the Jamaica, he said the Jamaican government, but it's the Ministry of Labor.
Yes.
Represent the government of Jamaica. And I can't understand because the ministry is saying that what they're saying is policy, but what I'm saying is no job.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's the thing. But I'm wondering, it's very unfair because unvaccinated people are coming into Jamaica. I heard on the radio yesterday that they're expecting about, what they said, 200,000 people in March to come in Jamaica.
Yes, for visitors, right.
The tourism minister, how much of those people are unvaccinated coming in the country? And you're telling me that Canada will receive me unvaccinated, and you're telling me, are forcing me.
So let me ask you a question about the farm work program. Is it that you can only go if you are being sent through the program that the Ministry of Labor runs? In other words, you could not go directly to your employer over there.
No, my employer, he works through the ministry.
Through the Ministry of Labor. Okay. So the real issue for you is not so much the disconnect between what is happening in Canada and what is happening in Jamaica. The real issue for you is that our Ministry of Labor has set a standard which requires persons participating in the farm work program to be vaccinated, regardless of what is happening in the other country. They are not allowing unvaccinated persons to participate in the program.
Exactly.
That's the real issue. So it's a domestic issue.
Yes.
That you
documented information that the Canadian government will receive me. I'm not just talking.
Yes. So you should call up your public defender, man. Because the public defender is the government office or institution that will mediate for you between a citizen and a government official who is administering some public good or service in a discriminatory way. Mind you, it's not discriminatory if they're asking everybody to take the vaccine, but it could be an abuse of your constitutional rights if they are twinning or marrying a public service to an unreasonable requirement that would prejudice your health or that would be a breach of your rights.
And the other question that arises, the government has said they're not going to mandate vaccination. So why is it that this is happening?
So to the other caller, I was saying that the government can be pursuing protecting the public health through vaccinations because it affects international arrangements and so on and so forth. So, for example, if you know you want to go on farm work and you can't get to your employer without being vaccinated, then the government could legitimately encourage persons who have that ambition to be vaccinated. Anyway, thank you, my friend. I would say start with your public defender. Bring the information you have that shows that Canada will receive you, and see if she can mediate some arrangement with the Ministry of Labor, because they're all part of the same government family, and they should be sensitive to some of these issues.
But okay, thank you, caller.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Yes.
DPP works for the government.
Not the DPP. The
public
defender.
Is that something? Is that of Parliament, right?
Yes, it's a commission of Parliament, but it is like having a lawyer who is speaking to government on your behalf,
defending your right according to the Constitution.
All
right. Thank you so much. Is there another caller? Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Yes, please. Good morning to you and your host.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Mr. Thiago versus Mr. Golding. Which one have the Golding? Mark Golding?
Mark. Mark Golding.
Two different personalities.
Okay. Right.
The first thing to be, there are two different personalities. I wonder if it's a detractor from the PNP. Come with such an observation, or is that about people, somebody outside of the PNP?
We don't even know.
So in your view, Mark Golding is the loser in that comparison. If someone says the two are alike, it is Mark Golding who would lose by that comparison, not Mr. Thiago.
Mark Golding is a different personality. But the person in the comments, enough people don't really know Mark Golding, so that's why they may have said that.
So they might be, yes. Okay.
Yeah, because the person in the comments is Mr. Thiago. Mr. Thiago. People know Mr. Thiago good as a politician, or an expiring politician.
Yes.
Mark Golding has been doing good for the medical youth, man. Them man never even have party and politics on their mind.
Yeah.
But people should research people back home before they come to any conclusion, in my opinion.
Okay.
No disrespect, we are on South Side, the educator in Jamaica, They want to go back to a different type of school.
Okay.
See, we got two different personality, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who find West Kings making no sense, Mr. Thiago not giving nothing if he not get something in return.
Aye.
No disrespect, cause the Tivoli bill as a loyalty to keep Mr. Thiago in the public eye.
Yes.
So Mark Olin do good for him, a little boy, man. So we don't promote the little people, but I don't know anything about them.
But you know this, and I thank you for calling and being forthright in what you're saying, because it requires persons with knowledge to add a corrective voice where it is required and to express their opinion.
Well, that's what this is about. Yeah, my friend. So, anything else you have to say?
Yeah, I have a lot to say. See, but we're going to leave out the Golden and Thiago business alone, right?
Yes.
And about the traffic run, we have been told that it has been concluded in the court.
It has been, yes.
Me I tell the truth. I'm not coming out feel offended. The local abbreviation we used to call it at school. First time we used to say what the abbreviation of KCC is a Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation.
Yes.
But I've been told that they changed it to Acronym or something like that.
Acronym.
Yeah. Well,
Kingston,
it's still an abbreviation because
Municipal Corporation. Kingston and
yeah. With the greatest respect to the big wig in the PNP. Then the 10-year-old pitney who know is our less in book could have scrambled that in less than 20 minutes. So I think the people who are involved, you know, not even at the group level, they should hold in a position. No disrespect, you know. So the party carry out its own investigation and who figure out back, you know, because you can't have enough of them in there damage the PNP, which is a proud of.
Okay.
And Mr. Crawford, now if you are still there.
Yeah, man, I'm listening to you.
Mr. Crawford finally realized that in this lady from Portland.
Oh, I'm not up to date on the Mr. Crawford news. You have to go bring me up to date.
Yeah, or that news like we might have acknowledged that it went a bit too far with Mrs. Anne-Marie Val.
Oh, so you mean, when they call her, yeah. I remember the elections, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Finally, I thought he had, unless there's a fresh statement.
So the people then feel what did about Mr. Crawford in his face thing, out hardness. What they feel now. That's why we know if the man and woman, we know if quick fit jump. Everything then say very quickly and jump and say them as the right thing, you know.
We must have our own moral compass and form our opinions.
Them must feel bad now when Crawford withdraw the statement.
All right. Yes, all right, my friend. Thank you. I must check up on that. Is there another call before we...
This one was...
Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection. Good morning.
Is this Bailey?
How are you guys?
Bailey.
Sounds like the master chef.
Bailey.
Hi, Pastor.
Bailey.
Let not your heart be troubled. You know you're my number one guy. You will never be left out. So just know that your cheesecake is going to taste twice as nice.
I did not get none.
The only way he'll know if it's twice as nice is if we also taste it and say, you know, Pastor, this is twice as nice.
Bailey, you see what is happening here?
He got none of the first one, so he won't know.
I see the conspiracy.
You see the conspiracy.
What?
Yeah, I'm so happy though that you guys agree that it's good and that you enjoyed it.
We did.
So Bailey, do you have a business that you do with those things, or it is just you do it as a side hobby?
It's something that I've been trying to get out as a business to the world, as a matter of fact, for the longest while, which everybody who tastes it agree that it needs to go to the world. But the challenges come with that. I'm not going to go into that because we all know what it's like, right? When you are the little man, it's very hard for you to know when, like, a plaza is going up. So the same persons who have, like, in Kingston, they get in all the other parishes over you, kind of thing. Whether or not you have the money sometimes, that's how it works. They know long ago when the plaza is going up more than when you know. So it's been like that, some of the challenges. So, but with God, I know it's going to happen because I know in my heart that I have products that are good and that need to just be out there for the world to know. And I'm still waiting. I'm patiently waiting for it to happen.
We can't talk about that.
With God to make that happen. And with you guys, of course.
Yeah, man. We can't talk about it off air, but there are ways that you can You want a market without an edifice to sell your product. I've seen a lot of people do it, yeah. So we can talk.
Yes, sure.
So what's on your mind this morning, Bailey? We went to the basket.
You went to the basket?
Yeah, we're waiting for. Really, Rusty was the one who said, "Find the basket that the and that Mr. Andrew Holness, as he then was, presented and priced at I think roughly $4,000, and see what the costs would be of the goods, the same goods in the basket." But that was an issue for Rusty, I'm sure. Yeah, if he gets in. But thank you for calling, Bailey. I hoped you would. I thought, the best thing was to just commend you for the excellence of your product on air.
And then I laugh after
and torture Pastor Percy because he didn't get any.
I heard. But that wasn't made up for Pastor.
All right, Bailey. Thank you for calling.
Thank you guys so much for accommodating.
No worries. Good morning.
Okay,
Welcome
bye.
to the Morning Connection.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, how you doing? How you all doing?
We're very well. How are you?
Not bad. How about that basket I asked you about the other day?
So you mean you were not listening?
Rusty, come in late. We have it in a Rusty.
Yeah, man. Want to know about that basket, man.
All right. So
What that same basket worth today?
that basket, I did not get the price for the 3-pack.
Did you get the item that was in it?
Yeah, man.
Yes, man. I have the list of the items. I had to.
So what that was?
Let me remind you: 1 tin of corned beef, sardine, saltfish, a kilo of saltfish, a Lasco milk powder 80 grams, Lactogen 450 grams, a liter of vegetable oil, Leader brand, 1 kilo of brown sugar, kilo of rice, kilo of flour, kilo cornmeal, 1 Lasco tin mackerel, chicken back, 1 kilo of chicken back, 1 tin of condensed milk, a hard-dough bread of 2 pounds weight, 1 whole chicken, diapers 3 per pack. I got the price of everything except.
So how much that value then?
Okay, so in 2011.
Not talking now. What value then?
All right, in 2011.
Yes.
It was valued at $2,949. So
that only item that you spoke about a while ago.
yes,
Is a lot of things that you name out a while ago.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of things.
And in 2013?
In 2013, the same basket, the price went up by about $1,000 and change. It became $3,975, almost $4,000.
Its value now.
In 2015, when Andrew was speaking, it was. In 2015, that same basket was valued at $4,762.37.
And in 2020,
when
he was speaking about the basket, right?
Yeah. So I like to know now how much that basket value now.
In 2022, that basket is valued at $8,897.22, but I did not get the price for the 3-pack diaper. I don't know if they sell it that way anymore. Maybe they now sell it 1-1. And I didn't get the price for chicken back. If you know the price per pound for chicken back, how much for chicken back, you know?
It's sweet, Rusty.
I didn't get the. So this basket, the $9,000 almost that I'm showing you here, don't include the diaper and the chicken back.
What you missing out one item, man?
Which one?
So you don't get the
yes,
price of one.
Two things. I don't have chicken back and I don't have the 3-pack diapers. I suspect diapers are now sold 1-1 in single units.
So that is about nearly about 10,000.
Yeah, man, it will definitely go over 9,000 because it was already and the chicken back. Yeah, it will go over 9,000 because.
So when this Prime Minister have to tell us now.
Well, I am actually surprised that nobody reconstruct the basket for him.
I'm wondering if the prosperity that it brought to us.
Yep.
Hello?
Yeah, man. No, no. Listen, we were talking about it. I mean, even going down into some of the smaller items, like, sugar is now $307 for a kilo. And in 2015, sugar was $151. Price of sugar practically doubled.
You know, miss,
Yeah.
I'm going to say this to you. You know that time, you see, ma'am?
Yes.
In 2015, I bought a bread for $180. You know that same bread now value over $300, miss.
Well,
420 to be exact.
the bread, a 2-pound bread is now $430.
$430.
$430 for a 2-pound hard dough bread. So not even bother say you want whole wheat.
Yes, I used to buy that time I used to buy a bread for $180. That same bread value over $300 now, you know, ma'am.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I believe you. I see it here. A tin of condensed milk was $213. A tin of condensed milk now is $307.42.
And the government proud. It's proud of people is prospering.
Yep.
Huh?
So right there, so now, if you try to use that basket, say you try buy those things, your minimum wage of $9,000 gone, and you have not paid rent, you have no transportation, you don't have no internet for your kids to, and you don't have school fee, and you
Miss Minette, thank you, Pastor, very much. I'm going now. I'm giving
All right,
somebody
Rusty.
else a chance.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Yeah, and
All right,
thank you for
Rusty.
leading me down this to do this exercise. Do we have
Thank
another
you,
call?
ma'am.
Oh, it's time for the break. Oh yes, 9:30. Let's take our break.
You're listening to Best.
What should a taxi service do for you? On-time taxi service is more than just a ride to the other side of town. They offer clean and spacious vehicles, reliable service, and promise to always look out for their customers. They'll come when you call and take you where you want to go on time.
From anywhere at all. You can call us on 926-3866.
We are something special on the road.
Are your decisions putting money in or taking money from your pocket? What if I tell you that every decision you make is a financial decision or has a financial impact? Your hobbies, your job, when you start your family. Tune in to Best 100 FM every first and third Friday, 5 to 6 p.m. for The Financial Hour, where we discuss finance and or everyday life. The Financial Hour is powered by Ren Financing and Investments Limited. Access your future today. Call or WhatsApp them for your microloans at 566-3134, 582-5504. That's The Financial Hour, every first and third Friday on Best 100 FM.
Hi everyone, this is your girl prophetess Apostle Zania Vasnani from the Faith Deliverance Lighthouse Prophetic Ministry here in Ochiria St. Anne's and also in Duncan Streloni, letting you know that this and every Saturday I will be live on Best 100 FM. Oh God Almighty, from 12 until 1 p.m. I will be the prophetic voice with the prophetic wave. You can't afford to miss it. I will bring you a word of life, a word of hope, and a change to your now situation. Join me this Saturday. Peace and hope.
Vegam Printers for all your printing needs. We specialize in calendars, flyers, brochures, and more. Call us today at 968-7506. That's 968-7506. Or visit us at 4 East Bloomsbury Road, off Haggard Park Road. Vegam Printers, your best choice in printing.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats. Best.
Good morning and welcome back. To the caller on the line, welcome to our program. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, sir. How are you?
I'm great, you know.
Wow, I'm wonderful.
Funny enough, the finance minister said there's no new tax.
Oh, yes. Oh, the one about no new tax. Okay, all right,
Yeah,
sir.
there's no new tax.
Mm-hmm.
But the tax basically in the item that you buy on a daily basis.
So there's only old tax.
That is not the whole tax, man. Each time you go to the supermarket, that's different tax you pay at the supermarket, you know, because them creep it upon you.
That's true.
So that the basket of Andrew claims them pay 4,000 or 2,000 at them time there. That's triple the amount right now or triple the amount.
Or
And
double.
each time the budget read them say there's no new tax. So where them money come from? Because
Well, that's why, you cannot say he who feels it knows it. We know what we are feeling in the pockets. Every dollar is getting you less and less and less and less. And for some people, it don't even matter whether it is tax or inflation. You're just unable to survive.
The big deal of this new 2,000 note. What do you think? 2,000 note have put more money in your pocket?
No. It's just increasing the money supply. Which is driving
It's not put
inflation.
a cent more in your pocket. If you have 1,000, I say 2,000 you have.
Yep.
So in a put a cent. No,
We're
no
not-
means
we're-
that,
We're not fooled by it. I think in some ways, maybe it should have been dealt with in a different way and be set up as what it apparently is no more than this is not Jubilee. This is the 60th anniversary memento or however they want to do it, and it is a limited edition or whatever. It's putting it in the budget presentation has created a
Pantomime.
yeah, it's been described as a
Did
pantomime.
he say how much it cost Jamaican to change the money?
They haven't said it, but we will soon know because it is
Because
expensive to
it must
change
cost
money.
Something.
Of course.
So why them not use that money? Them not use and change the currency and do something else with that money? That is positive.
That is a relevant question.
Them doing the thing because them to benefit from it, in a them pocket.
Well, most people are recognizing that it is an effort to get Mr. Seaga into the history books, so to speak, which has been.
I support Mark Gold and what I'm saying. If you go and create a new bill, why you go and change Michael off of the 1,000 note and put him on Seaga for the 2,000 note?
Yeah, so it's more than that.
Give me the 2,000 note if you give me 2,000 note.
It's more than that. Yeah.
2,000 was before 5,000. 5,000 come out is a different man, never it.
Right.
So why you go put it to them, jump up to them, my wife and husband, for one note?
To create a narrative, my brother, that some people are objecting to.
This government are corrupt from the teeth go right down, me tell you. But we have eyes to see and we have ears to hear, so we are going to feel and we are going to hear.
And then we need to take decisions.
And act on it. Yeah, that's what it is.
You take care.
You
All
too,
right,
sir. Thank you for calling. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Morning, love and bless.
Love and bless. Good morning, too.
Good morning, sir. How are you, my friend? Are you doing African?
Right now, I do bad enough.
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
And I call after Rusty. After Rusty just take the phone.
Yes.
I sing out on them same time there,
Oh, so you've been on hold?
Advertisement. And then after the advertisement, here another caller come in from the call, from the thing, and a two number, I know the station have,
Okay.
So you've been holding for a long time. I apologize for that. What do you want to share with us this morning?
I don't know what cause it is. It's not a PNP and JP program they're supposed to be,
What?
Hello?
The PNP and the JP, they just getting the call them every morning in a bedroom.
Oh, okay.
And the morning time, I try getting a call, me can't get in a call, and with this morning, I prove it now,
So now that you're on air with us, what do you want to share with us?
what do you want to
Because
share,
you know that Pastor Percival and myself have nothing to do with how the calls come in or are received.
Yeah, more to know the PNP ideology and the JLP ideology and the church ideology not working for us,
Okay. So what you suggest?
This white ideology of these people the TV, you watch the TV, every show, a white people, everything a white in my bedroom.
Okay.
And we run as majority black,
Okay. So what we're going to do to change
and
it?
we not hear not much for we in a bedroom. I see a man look up on something the whole morning, the whole week, I see I got them God and Jesus. Eh?
African.
One hour with the plan around here, you know. If a PNP and JP are depending on the country, you know, and the development of the country, you know.
Yes, don't even engage him. We have another call.
And the development of the African people, you know.
We agree that you're not African.
But I really like, you know, with the plan around here, you know, Reverend.
So, African, you are thinking that Pastor Percival and myself are causing persons to call and speak about things that don't represent what's important to you?
I don't say cast them. But them I make it look like it's a PNP and JLP program.
But you are speaking to me now and you are speaking about PNP and JLP. You should speak about the things that you want others to become more interested in.
I'm not defending no PNP and no JLP around here, Empress.
No, but you've spent your time. But you've spent your time on air with us talking about what other people talk about. You should talk about what's important and what you want us to drive persons' attention to. You know that Percival and I have no interest in protecting or promoting JLP or PNP. We hope that JLP and PNP and any other political party that presents itself will have a heart for the people and defend the rights of the people without fear or favor. That is what we are about.
Yeah, man, them to get one station for themselves, man.
I hear they have one.
The PNP to make one station for themselves, right? JP make one station. And when I want to talk about Thiago and Manley, go on over there, go talk about them.
So,
because we are listening, we are listening for the old man, you know, wake up and listen to the thing, and we have good vibes in our brethren.
Oh, I apologize for that, African. Because we want you to hold a good vibes.
The same thing, you know. We want some land, my brethren. We want reparation.
Okay.
We want to buy ship to and plane and boat. We don't want to go buy gun and tanker.
All right, African. We have another caller on the line, so if you're not gonna tell me how we're gonna get to the purchase of the boat and the ship.
He's gone.
Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Good morning.
Good morning, George.
How are you?
Who is this?
George,
I want to call me, you know. So, good morning, everybody. All right?
You caused the engineer to look quite perplexed. Because he know he didn't call anyone.
George, behave yourself now, man.
No, because I want to call me, come out, so I want to money me win.
Yeah.
So I get my idea and I have to run out and go up there. I wish I go collect a check.
Aye.
All right.
You understand me? Why some serious thing going on?
That is true. Thank you
all
for
of these things just make you want to take a drink like water or roots. Because trust me, I think they just dismantle all them money with two people on it, two head on it and all of that. Oh man, they rearrange, come to the people, come to the public and say, what do you think here? Yeah, put each person on a money, man. You know, you have Bob Marley, you have Miss Lou. You know, put them, you understand me?
Yes, you know, somebody agree with you on that. Somebody agree with you on that. Somebody has agreed with you on that, my brother.
Bob Marley go all over the planet and draw tourists to this place. You should have put him on the money. Miss Lou who use our own dialect as patois. In that time, and go all over the place and do a drama and live all over the place and people love that. You understand me? When you going to put two persons now who they are opposition against each other? You understand me?
Yeah.
And then when I start to look at that and I say, wait, let me go back. When them the so-called independence, also the Queen give over the country to two cousins. I say go?
Yes.
And me look for the money and know me say, nah man, Buster, and then Michael Manley. So the whole three of them, their family.
Same family.
You understand me?
Yeah.
Somebody look at them and no, they need to rearrange them bank money because they can't not go use it. They need to come on, man. Don't do that, man. And this young man who is a lawyer and a banker, I'm not. You shouldn't even know what the PNP side. Trust me, you should have seen them bank. Because this is a rough place in the north now. At opposition, very, very rough. You understand me?
Well,
I think somebody have to be hardcore to be an opposition, even on that side.
during this time.
That gentleman is an honorable young man. Why in during politics and wait? And next year, me jump back on this now. So, what them say? Won't you not say now resign?
Well, the people who have looked at it and who would have the power to recall him, so to speak, say that when they look at it, he has not erred. And he says he's not resigning. Okay, he has to resign voluntarily, or those who can recall him, recall him.
Yeah, but if somebody, an accusation, you resign as an honorable person and then investigation, and then if you are supposed to get back to see, get back to see, then about don't have it drawing out.
But the honor would mean that you agree that you have done something wrong. He says he has done nothing wrong.
Okay, well.
Mm-hmm.
What is good for the goods is good for the gun, eh?
Yes, and time will tell with some of these things.
All right, so take care of yourself.
You too, George. Good to hear from you.
And you're going to a big place tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm going to come with my breakfast, you know.
I am expecting you.
All right, I'm going to call, make my reservation, all right?
All right.
All right, George.
All right, so take care of yourself.
Thanks, George. Good morning. Okay. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Not so bad. Pastor, this is, what should I call it? Not so boxing or this man in here. Because some idiotic to me here, me have to just laugh. Make me explain certain things.
No,
First of all, before me start to say me have to say. What happened to the guy that I tell him, come in team, one way, one for here. The people him speak him mind. They say have too much charge in him man. The dumb that smoke, nothing for the rest of the year, sir. Do me, I beg you. And it mash up your brain.
Charge.
And it mash up your lungs. So be careful of it. All right. So me have to say no.
No, but Sheppy, never tell Miss Minette good morning. It's two of us doing the program together.
No, me say, are you say good man, I say good man. Me never want to know, man.
Okay, man.
Yeah,
Yes,
man. If you know here, because I will patch up me, but out, you know.
Okay, all right. Go ahead. Talk your truth.
Okay, no. But me here, but look here, let me tell you something. Miss Lynette,
yes,
this person know better way to the guy. Tell the man about when they were telling about the CIA. Them say, look here, America did have them business in Jamaica. And Jamaica was threatened because I will party come from Cuba. We say if it wasn't the CIA, we would know. When I pass one time over here, them see the gun them. They see the gun and they alert Jamaican people. So they never did it, I would probably that dead. Because the gun was going to go to like the Pioneer machine. You ask any PMP right now, we are dead stamp PMP. They have a Pioneer machine. When the gun at the Pioneer machine, we can't cut two sides. Cats just send the gun, give them after the gun.
Oh, I see.
One friend of mine have one.
Okay.
And again, when you check it out, the Green Bay business, it was at the end, the Demon Knight, Siaga, that's for running at Jamaica.
Okay.
And anyway, we never know that of me don't hate Mr. Siaga, because when Mr. Man, they come out with it, and say Siaga, they apparent, the sort of apparent, some man, agree me with Siaga, a train up there. And we all believe, and when they say, what's about two of the guy and release one of them, you remember how much in the water. Mr. Manley come there and change him out. And when we hear from the guy, he says that Mr. Manley send us there for train with the soldiers. And then definitely, can you see a notorious heart? Then you one man, them go to make man kill them, man. The just should us tell like Pantiaga.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Sheppy?
And when we say, look here, man. Pastor, look here, man. We all are Jamaican and we know what takes place.
Okay.
The food we make. Man, me I live over $300.
Oh,
Mike
okay.
Look here, Mike and Mandy, $5 of food.
Okay.
I mean, because when one just a country come to, it's a dictatorship with the Dana. You couldn't get food.
Okay.
Tomorrow man, me come back.
All right,
me come back on Monday, man. Me come back and explain the situation to you.
All right,
If you find
all right.
$US first time,
Okay.
if you find it on $US first time, you
Okay.
go in a prison.
All
Well,
right.
now it's $300. If you have 300 US, you're gone to prison too.
No, regardless, no, I'll do what you say. I mean, right now, right now, everybody who essentially put their money in a U.S. account,
Okay.
who have their foreign take it from Jamaica, who have their in a foreign account, they have the money in Jamaica.
Okay then. All right, Sheppy.
What cost of that? Michael Mann, the cost what with the Arab them. Him tell
Sheppy.
them say they will put the oil.
All right, Cheppy. Yes, they
Gone.
they call gone
Well,
and Africa. I know Africa is saying, thank God, no more talk of JLP and PNP.
It's going like a
We're going
a
that
bad
way.
joking.
Yeah,
Spike.
all right,
But it's 9:48 and we're
Yeah,
at
man,
the
we're at the end of an interesting morning. Online, so much was going on online, I could barely keep up. Let's see. Oh, Ricky B says I misunderstood what the man was saying about the Pfizer results. They are from the first rollout of the vaccines. Over 1,000 people died from the first batch. That's results, not statistics. No, actually, the man had said that there were like 1,700 and something
Adverse
side
re-
effects.
adverse
Anyway,
reaction.
listen, the knowledge is out there. I'm glad that people are seeking and searching and finding, and that we are providing an opportunity for some of it to be discussed. I never thought I'd say this, but let's keep it above the belt. No biting, no scratching. But that's for tomorrow and next week, that we can have the conversations in a way that
A positive way, and then
that allow results to
That's what I'm
to
about.
come out of it.
Yeah.
Not for persons to be disgruntled and unhappy. That makes me unhappy.
That is negative energy, and we're trying to dispel that in our country in terms of let the positive energy come that will bring about real change.
That can be fruitful.
Yes.
Yeah, good fruit. All right. Thank you very much, those online, those on air, those in the studio, for participating in the morning's events. Tomorrow morning, as usual, we make our way to the Ligani Club. Very soon, I'll be telling you which communities we're going into as we begin to do the outdoor broadcasts in the communities that are coming on board, fighting for change, seizing the opportunity to bring
Seize the moment.
Yeah.
For change.
For change and development in their communities. We're looking forward to that very much. Have a great day, everyone. What is the music with which we are taking our leave? Whatever it is, I know it will be wonderful. Pastor, thank you. Born Ready Man.
No, you remember the movie Born for Dead?
No.
The book.
The
There
book.
was a movie too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But thank you, engineer and producer. We appreciate your guidance and your support throughout the morning. You picked a song? Oh.